All right, we're going to get right to it because we talked too much in the other segments. Best offensive talent available in free agency. That's today's draft. Chris, you are on the clock, and it's ticking.
Yep. All right. I'm going to go, again, it's a little bit of an underwhelming group this year as far as, like big-time offensive free agents. It really is. I'm going to go with the offensive lineman to start it, left tackle. I'm going to go with Teron Armstead down in New Orleans. To me, again, this is a guy that's still one of the better tackles in all of football, one of the best pass-protecting tackles in all of football. I look at him as a guy that, is certainly going to help out a football team. He's going to get paid big money. The only thing you got to worry about is, he missed half the year last year. He's got a little bit of an injury history. But Armstead had looked to me as one of the big players of free agency for sure.
I'm going to stay on the offensive line and go with Brandon Scherff. He's hitting the market. He wasn't tagged a third time by Washington. And as I said earlier this week, if the Bengals are serious about protecting Joe Burrow, they make a beeline for Brandon Scherff and bring him into one of those spots, left or right side of the center. They got caved in repeatedly in Super Bowl 56.
Yeah, I hear you there, 100%. That would have been my next pick. That's who I was thinking about. Scherff, it's a lot like Armstead. It's really damn good. It's top of the NFL at the position. A little bit of an injury concern, But other than that, you go, damn, if we get him and he stays healthy, he's going to be awesome. All right, I guess I'm going to go with Allen Robinson next. There's not a lot of huge marquee, explosive offensive talent guys out there. Allen Robinson, to me, again, coming off the free agent tag, franchise tag. Devontae Adams has been franchised. I think he's the number one guy at the receiver position. Again, I'm going to be interested to see what the market is for a guy like Allen Robinson. Dealing with a young quarterback and all that last year, but still a difference maker and still a number one receiver in football in Allen Robinson.
I'm going to be curious about the market for all receivers because
right?
of all those guys in Indy last week that were running 4.3s.
Exactly. It's going to hurt the market.
And every year now we see more and more of the great young receivers coming in, and you get them cheap. You get them very cheap as opposed to what it costs you on the open market. Speaking of pass catchers, I'm going to go with Gronk. Gronk's available. He's a free agent. He hasn't retired. He's a Hall of Fame tight end. And if you use him the right way, and if you don't overuse him and get him injured, he still has the capability to be dominant at times and help a team win. And George Kittle and Rob Gronkowski in San Francisco would be downright scary if that's where Tommy ends up.
Oh, my gosh, no doubt about it. And Gronk is still a difference maker. He's on my list too, without a doubt. It's just he's still gigantic. He still can run pretty damn good to scare you down the field, and he's still a great blocker. So I'm with you there.
All right, there are our picks through the first two rounds. We're at the round three of the best offensive free agents available, leaving out the folks who have been franchise tagged. Obviously, Chris, round three, you're up.
I'm going back to the offensive line. There's some good offensive linemen to be had here, and I'm going to go to Ryan Jensen, the center for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or was the center for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's one of the best in the game at that position. He's just an absolute jerk on the field, which you want out of the center. He's the guy that kind of puts the hot poker on the rest of the group down there from anybody you talk about. He kind of leads the room that way. And, man, in the NFL right now, there's so many good defensive tackles and disruptors there. You need a center that's special. And Ryan Jensen, I think, is going to get top-of-the-market money out there for his play.
I'm struggling with this one.
Yeah.
I've got Dwayne Brown on the list,
right.
OBJ, but he's coming off the torn ACL.
Yep.
I love Cordell Patterson.
Yeah.
His versatility and the excitement he brings to a team. And I understand you can find other running backs, you can find other receivers, but you can't find a guy who does everything he does. And you get him on a team, and the Falcons used him like no one else ever has to the full extent of everything he can do. You get him on the right team. And, he was a star last year for a team that we all ignored. You get him on the right team, and he's a superstar.
Yeah, the Falcons finally went all in on him, which other teams have, dabbled with the stuff he did, but they finally just said, wait, this guy's good enough to, make him our number one option in the offense. I'm with you. He's a guy that probably won't get paid his true value, but is going to really help out a football team. He's a jack of all trades. One of the best special teams players in the game, good receiver, and legitimate, can play running back on a 3-down basis. There's just not many people in football like that. So I hear you. He's one of those under-the-radar awesome additions to your team if you get him.
Yeah, he was a first-round pick of the Vikings in 2013, was a great kick returner. In his contract year, because they didn't pick up the fifth-year option on him, that's when he started to embrace all these other roles. He was a gunner on the punt team, everything he could do to show his value, and he became this awesome throwback, modern-day all-around football player, and you need that. You need that on a team. One of the great teams out there, one of the highly competitive teams, if the 49ers weren't set with Debo and their running backs, he would make a lot of sense there. One of these teams.
Yeah, but one of those teams like that, you're right.
We're going to say, wow, we should have seen that one coming.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.